Hello, thank you for taking a few minutes to view a demonstration of the Carpool app. On your screen you see two iPads and an iPhone. The first iPad is logged in as an assigner, someone who assigns students to cars. The second iPad is logged in as a loader, and the third, the iPhone, is logged in as a teacher. A teacher logging in on an iPad will also see the cars in addition to their students. You can swipe up or down to see additional cars, with 100 cars in each of the 3 lanes for a total of 300 cars at any one time. To the right of the cars, we see a list of all students in the school, by grade and by teacher. Selecting on a teacher will show us a list of all of the students in that teacher's class. Likewise, on the iPhone, we see a list of only the students for the teacher who's logged in. Back to the assigner iPad, let's select a car and a student, and we will be prompted to add the student to the car. We'll go ahead and select Add Student to Car, and you can see that the student has been added, the car turns yellow, and all 3 of the devices have been updated instantly to indicate what car the student is in. So let's go ahead and add a few more students to these cars. We'll select the next car and add a student. Now I'm going to add all students from this one particular teacher so that you can see those students update on the teacher's iPhone as well. Note that when we select a student that has siblings in the school, those siblings are displayed in the bottom window where we can more easily select them to be loaded into the same car. So we'll do that. We'll pick a few more students here from this teacher's class. Go ahead and load a car in the 3rd lane, the 1st row. Add them. And then maybe one more. Let's move to the second iPad now, where we can have a look at what the loader sees. A loader sees only those students that are in the cars that they're responsible for. And this is configurable by lane and by row. So if we turn off lane 2 in this example and turn on lane 3, we'll see the student list change accordingly. Likewise, if we change the row numbers associated with this loader, we'll see the list change to only show those rows. Now let's load a student in a car, and this can be done from any of the login types. Back to the assigner iPad, let's select the first car in the 2nd lane, and because there's only one student in the car, the app knows which one we're trying to load. We'll confirm that the student is loaded, and the car and the student in the list will immediately turn green, confirming the student is loaded and ready to go. Another option that's configurable at a user level is the claim option. This is an option that allows you to indicate to all the users that you've claimed the student, you are en route to the car, and you'll notice the car here changes to say en route. And then when you get to the car, you can select them again and indicate that the student is loaded. Now let's load a few students from the teacher's iPhone. The teacher would select the student they want to load, and it will pull up that car. Notice this teacher also has that claim and load option, but we'll go ahead and skip the first step and just choose claim and load. Both students are quickly loaded into the car, and the car turns green on all devices. Back to the assigner iPad, and I want to show you how to clear out those loaded cars that have departed campus. At the bottom of each lane, we see a release button, and we'll go ahead and press the release button for lane 2, and we'll confirm that. The app will now release all cars that have been indicated as being loaded, and will shift all the other cars behind them forward. Note that the students on the teacher's iPhone have now been marked as departed campus. Back to the assigner iPad, where I want to show you a function that allows you to indicate that a car is moving through the carpool, but there's no student to be loaded. It's just a pass-through car. So we'll go ahead and swipe that car to the right, and we'll indicate that we want to mark that car as a pass-through. It will immediately turn green, and all users know that there's no student to be loaded there. I'd now like to show you how to release a single car from Carpool. In order to do so, let's first assign a student to this 3rd car. Let's select the first car in the lane, swipe left, and confirm that we want to release the car. As before, all the cars behind this car move up, and their row and lane numbers are changed in the student lists. Now on the assigner iPad, let's indicate that a parent is here to pick up a student not in a car, but in the walk-up area. The student status is now changed to parent and walk-up. The teacher can indicate that the parent has retrieved the student. We'll select Retrieved from Walk-up and the student is now marked as departed campus on all devices. There's a few other options the teacher has to indicate a student's status that I want to show you. First, the teacher can select a student and indicate that they are participating in an after-school club. So we'll go ahead and select Add to Club. And again, that will change the student status on all devices. The teacher can also indicate which students were not present at the end of the day. This is helpful in ensuring that all students are accounted for. The teacher can also indicate those students that are staying for an extended day or after-school program. I'll go ahead and mark several students into the extended day program in order to show this last part of our demo. On the second iPad, I'm going to log out of the loader account and log into an extended day account. This user type would be necessary if you want to use the app for checking students in and then checking students out of your extended day or after-school programs. Here we see a list of all students assigned to extended day by the teachers as well as unassigned students. We'll select a student to check into the extended day program. The app will capture the time and the user that checked the student into the program. And I'll go ahead and check a second student into the extended day program. You'll notice also on the teacher iPhone, the status for these students will now change to checked into extended day. When the extended day or after school session is over, you can select a student that's been checked in and check them out. As before, the app will capture the time the student was checked out of the program and the user that checked them out. Your school can be set up to receive weekly or monthly Excel spreadsheets by email that detail each student and what days they participated in extended day or after school. This can facilitate any billing you perform for these after-school programs. Lastly, back to the assigner iPad. It's the next day and we want to prepare for a new carpool session. This user is set up as an administrator and is allowed to reset all of the carpool data. All of your history is retained, but the carpool is now completely refreshed and ready to be used again. Thank you so much for your time and for your interest in the Carpool app. Carpool BGG is available today on Apple's App Store. You can choose between a monthly or annual subscription, allowing for unlimited users and devices at your school. If you choose the annual subscription, we will import your student and teacher data into the app at no cost. Your first 30 days are free, so give it a try today. If you have additional questions, please email us at info@bluegeneralgroup.com. Thank you.